What's going on, guys? Hunter here. Got the Goodman Lawn Care hat on. We are filming a little video today on a new piece of equipment I got back probably had it a month now. Probably got it about a month ago. And I'm going to kind of show you around this thing real quick, show you what it does, how it operates, and what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So before we get into that, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers so that we can go ahead and do a big giveaway when we get to 2,000 subscribers. And also we might have some small giveaways in between now and then, and you have to be subscribed to enter in them. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. You know it's going to be a good video, so we're going to roll the intro and get into it. All right, so what we've got here is a stump grinder made by Max, and this is a very, very powerful machine. Has a 15 horsepower, 420cc Ducar engine on there. I did get the pull start. Right here is the on and off switch for that. Pop your gas in there, air filters in there, and this is your gas cut off and on, and your choke. And so real simple to operate, really, really simple. Good machine, cranks up every time. I'll crank it up, show you the teeth on the front here. So you can see it's got some real good teeth, and you can replace these too. Once they get worn down a little bit, you can replace them, but they're still doing pretty good right now. Take that nut off the top, and I'm assuming this just slides right out. That's how you would do it. And I think it's got 8 teeth on here total. And then here's your belts. It's belt driven. Your clutch is in there, and then these belts run through here, and that's what turns these teeth. And so operates really, really well. Nice tires on here. They have multiple options of these you can get. So you can get one with a tow bar right here, and you can tow it around. And I think the one with the tow bar actually has an electric start right here as well. This is your safety, emergency stop and all that right there. Got your instructions and everything in there, owner's manual, all that. And this is a very, very powerful machine. I mean, I was very surprised at everything it's done. I'm gonna post some videos of us working with it here in a little bit, in just a few minutes. But this is what it leaves after it's done. I mean, just pure sawdust. I mean, there's nothing left of that stump right there. I mean, at all. Just grinds it down. And there was actually, believe it or not, 2 stumps right here. There was one there and one right here. I had 2 trees right here. They're in my way, so I cut them down, ground up the stumps. And then I cut one tree. The first day I got this machine, I walked in here and I cut this little tree down right here just to try it out. And then I ground this stump up. And you can tell there is absolutely nothing left of that stump right there at all. Just pure chips. And I mean, I'm very impressed with this machine here. Wanted to start this off. I'm not sponsored by Max. They didn't send me this. I bought this with my own money and everything. Ran me about $1,700 for this machine. I think that's about right for the price. I think that's a accurate price, and this thing works pretty dang good. I mean, both of those stumps that I ground up were probably 23, 24 inches wide, and probably takes me 30 to 45 minutes per stump. Now, I didn't chase out all the roots on all these stumps and everything. You can still see there's some still roots right over there. I didn't chase out all the roots. I just ground the stump up. And if this was a property owner's house, if it were not my house, I would chase out the roots and I would do a little bit better job. But since it's my property, and all I'm really doing right here is just driving over this, so I'm not necessarily as worried about the roots. I just wanted the stump out of the way so I don't tear up my truck. So for what I'm doing, I mean, that thing worked out amazingly. Now, do I think that I could go grind, 10, 15 stumps a day with this thing? No, because I think I'd be wore out, because this thing will work you to death. But overall, it does have some pretty cool features that actually saves your your energy and your time a lot, and doesn't work you as bad as quite as I thought it would. But overall, this is a really, really good machine. So I'm going to walk you around of it, show you some cool little specs about it, and then we'll kind of get into my honest review of this whole thing and all that good stuff. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you. All right, so I'm not going to grind with this thing right now. I'm just going to show you what you would need to do if you were going to grind with it. First of all, you're going to take this little pin out, lift that leg up, and you can stow it. You can either, what I do is I take it completely off and I just put it over to the side, and then I put it back on when I'm done. But it does have a pin right here, pin hole right there that you can lift it up to where it's out of your way. So, and it's got a nice little handle right here, and that's what you pick it up with to use that for. So that's what you do. This is your throttle. You're going to throttle it up, and then this over here is your brake. So it brakes this wheel and that wheel, and then this is what I call one of the coolest things on it, is it's independently swinging. So it locks the wheels to where you can swing the chassis on that platform right there. And so I can't go down very far because, like I said, I've got that thing in there, and then it locks back in place using that right there. Another thing you can do is you can unscrew this pin right here, and you can adjust this whole piece right here. So you can lay it down, you can pick it up, you can do whatever you need to. So that's a very handy thing. You know, some people are tall, some people are short, so you need that. That's a very handy part. And the part where it swings right there, that is one of my favorite parts of this whole machine. I mean, that makes it so easy to grind big stumps and grind stumps like that. So with this machine on that swinging, I think there's a 65-degree swing capacity on it, and you can grind up a stump that's like, I think 30 to 36 inches, something like that. I'll have to go back and look at the specs to be sure, but I know for sure you could do a 30-inch stump without ever moving the machine, besides moving it up and forward and stuff like that. Now, in a video here in a second, when you see, you'll see me moving around a lot when I'm doing these stumps. But the reason I moved around a lot was because I'm kind of on a hill right here. You can kind of see the slope a little bit, and it kind of slopes down this way. This machine does very well, and I'll go back and say this too before I say that. I've got to adjust the brake a little bit. The brakes are not quite where I want to be. The brake is on right now, and I can still move this thing. That shouldn't be happening. So I found out how to adjust the brake on the bottom. I'm going to adjust the brake a little bit tighter to where these actually push up against those wheels and actually lock it. And that's going to help tremendously with that. And once I figure that out, I mean, I don't think I'll have any problems on hills or flat ground. But as the brakes are right now, it doesn't like hills. I mean, like these little teeny tiny hills and stuff like that, the least little thing makes the machine roll or move a little bit. And it's very aggravating to try to grind a stump on a hill using that machine. But once I get the brake adjusted, it's going to fix that. I mean, it's really going to fix that a lot. And how I know that is what I would do is I would shove something underneath the tire to where it wouldn't move behind it. And then I could just work and do whatever I need to do without the machine moving on me. So, that being said, overall, this machine is a very, very powerful machine, and it's just an overall great machine. One thing okay, so what I like about it, we'll kind of go through real quick and tell you what I like about it, then I'll tell you kind of a couple of my dislikes. One thing I absolutely love about it, the engine. Very powerful engine, cranks up every time. Hadn't had an issue with it since. I've ground up probably 5 or 6 stumps with it, and no issues. Power wise, this thing has got plenty of power for the price point, and well exceeded my expectations on it. Another thing I like is all your controls up here. How you got the chassis moving thing, your brake, your emergency stop, your instruction manual right here, and how you adjust this. Everything you need is right here, with the exception of cranking it, which I told you, you can get one with an electric start up there. It's a little bit more expensive, but it comes with a tow bar. In my opinion, it's worth it. I regretted not getting the tow bar and the electric start since I bought this machine, but it is what it is, and I like this machine, and it's just going to get my foot in the door, and eventually I'm going to get a bigger machine that's completely different than this one anyway. So that's just what it is. Nothing bad about the machine. It's just, you know, I didn't buy the right model. So anyway, what I don't like about this machine is when I'm running it, you can't see the teeth. I mean, at all. You can't really see it from this side. You can't see it from that side. I mean, you have to be all the way right here with it, and you can't run the machine from right here with it. You have no visibility right there. So basically, when you're running this thing, you're working completely off of what you feel. Not a bad thing. Again, this is not a, you know, I'm not tearing them apart, not telling them this is a bad machine, and I'm not telling you not to buy it. I'm just telling you, know beforehand that you don't have a whole lot of visibility up here. Now, is that a problem? Does it stop me from grinding stumps? No, not at all. Like I said, you work by what you feel. So when you get to grinding, and it does not take long for you to learn with this machine at all. When you bite into too much of a stump, this thing jerks up. It jerks up, and you'll hear a little faint squeak. Now, when you hear that squeak, stop. Do not keep on going into that stump when you hear that squeak. You want to lift up, and you want to grind a little bit less than what you were, because that squeak you're hearing is that clutch. You will burn that clutch out, and you will burn those brakes, those belts, and then you're shot. You're done working for the day. You're gonna have to order new clutch and new belts. You're out money, and you're out your time. So I recommend when you're running this thing to, like I said, it's really, really hard to explain, but once you run it, you'll figure it out. I promise. It's not hard. You're wanting to just take a little bit off the stump at a time. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, peeling a potato or peeling an apple or something like that, you're not going to cut into it. You're just going to cut a little bit off at a time. I mean, just a little bit off at a time. And that's the beauty of not having to move the tires, locking the tires, and doing this. It's because you can sit there and just literally do that. Now, the speed of this thing, of you swinging like back and forth, doesn't really matter as much. Really what matters is that you don't go in too much at one time. You don't want to grind too much stump at one time, because like I said, you'll burn the belts up and burn your clutch up. I can take on any stump I want to with this thing. I would put this thing on any stump, and I can grind the stumps down, I believe 10 to 12 inches with this machine. It dips down a lot. 10 to 12 inches is how far I can grind down the stump. Then I just put all the chips back on top of it, and you never know it was there. And it eats roots like a son of a gun, I'll tell you that. I mean, this thing will mulch through some freaking roots. So overall, my overall thoughts on this machine, like I said, I paid right at $1,730 for it. I mean, like I said, I think that's a fair price for this machine. I don't think I overpaid. I don't think I underpaid. I think that's a fair price for this machine. Now, don't think that you're going to grab this machine and go grind 10, 20, 30 stumps a day with this thing, because you're not going to. I mean, you're not going to want to. 2 or 3 stumps a day is about all you're going to want with this. 2 or 3 good sized stumps a day is about all you're going to want with this machine. So overall, we'll see what the longevity of this machine is. I'm going to post some more videos later on of me actually using this machine. At the end of this video, I'm actually going to post some clips of us using this machine so you can see what it does, how it works. I got a time lapse and a real-time video, and you can see both of those and see how they work. If you watch my YouTube channel, if you keep up with things, you've seen my shorts and you've actually seen these videos. But for the people who haven't, we're going to go ahead and put them on here so you can check them out and look at them. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Great machine. Like I said, Max didn't sponsor me for this. I'm not sponsored. I could say whatever I want with it. I bought this with my own money. So yeah, great machine. I love it. I'm happy with the purchase. Like I said, a couple things I don't love about it. But other than that, there's a lot of things I do like about it. So overall, great machine. I recommend it. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down below on Amazon link. You can go check it out and check out the different models that Max has, and just check them out. So anyway, I'm going to show those clips in here, and then we'll wrap this video up. All right, guys, appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. A little stump grinder there, a little stump grinding action. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember, we're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. I would love to hit it by the end of the year. Not sure if that's even possible, but that would be fantastic if we could do it. So if you're not subscribed, which 94% of you are not subscribed. I've watched these videos. I've watched my analytics and everything. And 94% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. I don't know why, and I don't know how. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you find it helpful. Comment down below your thoughts on the Mech-Max stump grinder. Let me know if you want to see more of it. So, appreciate y'all, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.